mass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. Huh, so many people on meth. Ow!
Well, 51-year-old John Connaughton decided it was a good idea to fling multiple bottles of urine while inside a molding supplier store and struck at least one employee after he was denied a job interview. Well, that's not a way to get a job.
Yeah, if you think they weren't interested in hiring you before.
Yeah. They say he caused more than $1,000 worth of damage at the Doors Molding and More in St. Pete with the bottles of his own pee. Probably another thing might have been flagged on his resume as well. He's also a registered sex offender.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and allegedly it wasn't just one bottle, it was multiple ones through the front entrance.
Oh, no.
And then he poured the contents throughout the store, including on the merchandise.
Oh, no.
Yeah, they got him with felony battery to go along with that registered sex offender. He got criminal mischief and aggravated assault as well. So, it sounds like a guy who probably needs to be behind bars for a while.
Yeah.
31-year-old Akina Sampson was working at a McDonald's in St. Pete when she saw a teenage girl walk behind the counter to grab some ranch dipping sauce. The girl later said that she did it because she was being ignored by the staff. Well, that wasn't good for Akina. She flipped out, grabbed the girl's arm, and when the girl tried to break free, Akina allegedly grabbed her neck, took her to the ground, and choked her again while they were on the floor.
Whoa.
Yikes. Yeah.
That's a little aggressive.
Yeah, she kind of went for it, huh? That's kind of crazy. Somebody called the cops. They showed up. The altercation was then caught on video, so it wasn't really hard for them to decide who was the victim and who was the assailant. And Akina was charged with child abuse.
Whoa.
How about that, huh? Yeah, the victim also had visible injuries to her neck and elbow, so.
Whoa.
46-year-old man from Jordan was charged with endangerment and assault after allegedly attempting to open emergency exit doors during a flight from Kuala Lumpur to Sydney. The man's disruptive behavior led to crew and passengers restraining him as he tried to open multiple emergency exits, ultimately assaulting an airline staff member. Each charge against him carries a maximum penalty of 10 years in prison, so he's going to be locked up for a while.
That's not going to go well for you. There's an end game here. You have to not assault the airline workers.
So crazy still. I don't think we go a day without some kind of mischief in the skies.
You're right.
There's a Doral, Florida woman named Carmen Valdez de Miguel who has been arrested for scamming a man out of $3,000 during a fake spiritual cleansing ritual. Now, Carmen promised to double his money by placing it in a bag with eggs.
Did it work?
Nope. And when the ritual ended, the man found only broken eggs and worms. There was no cash.
Oh, dang.
It's like a magic trick.
Just
dang.
worms and eggs?
She blamed her state of mind and then just all of a sudden disappeared.
Wow.
And despite his attempts to contact her, she never returned the money. She was then arrested this week and has 3 other outstanding warrants as well.
It's crazy how many people, they got all this money from acting like they are psychic or they have magical powers. And
yeah.
If people are in the wrong state of mind, they can fall for it and spend a lot of money.
Totally.
Absolutely. Yep. There is a video that is going viral showing some kids stuffing their younger brother inside an arcade claw machine to steal the toy prizes.
I saw that.
Yeah, now if you've seen it, the doors are pretty big, and so he basically picks up his brother, he crams him in the door. The brother is small enough, and he knows what to do. He climbs through the door, gets up into the game, and then he's just taking everything from inside the claw machine and just dropping it right down. His older brother is just grabbing it all out.
Wow.
I mean, it's quite a racket.
It is. You go, on one hand, that's terrible. She shouldn't be stealing. On the other hand, wow, they got a lot of tenacity.
They really thought it through. They had a plan. They planned their work. They worked their plan.
They were organized.
They did. Yeah. I guess it pays to be small, but yeah, they made off with a lot of good stuff. Yeah, I mean, if you look at everything that they got out of that claw machine, they walked away with at least $3 worth of merchandise.
You're right.
So, congratulations, kids.
Hope it was worth it.
Yep.
But for a little kid, that's the equivalent of robbing a bank.
You're
It is,
right.
yeah.
You're
It
right.
is. A sudden wind gust lifted an 8-year-old Utah boy named Jake Smith and the trampoline he was jumping on 20 feet into the air, propelling him over 2 cinder block walls before landing in the street.
Oh, my.
Amazingly, little Jake only suffered minor injuries, got a slight concussion and scratches. His mother called it a complete miracle that he wasn't killed.
Yeah.
And now he plans to make sure that all trampolines are bolted down before bouncing on it. Yeah, those things can take flight. China is adding outdoor escalators up the side of its mountains so that people with mobility issues, older folks, and even lazy people can get to the top to see the view without having to hike. Is that the right move? I mean, come on.
It feels like you would be doing a little bit of damage to the nature itself.
I think an escalator?
To put an escalator on it.
I mean, those things break down in department stores. Can you imagine how often it's going to break down on the side of a mountain?
Thank you.
There's a man in his early 20s who became the first recipient of a sperm-making stem cell transplant. Diagnosed with azoospermia, following a childhood chemotherapy treatment for bone cancer, the patient underwent a revolutionary procedure involving the introduction of his own pre-chemo stem cells to his reproductive system. They say the cutting-edge technique, previously successful in animal testing, seeks to rejuvenate sperm production by tapping into stem cells naturally present in the testicles since birth.
Wow.
Although no sperm cells have been observed in the patient's semen to date, this hormone level remains stable and his testicular tissue has sustained no damage. So they're hopeful that it might reverse this.
Huh, that's cool.
Pretty amazing what they're able to do with science these days, huh?
Very impressive.
And you think that's impressive? They brought back an extinct animal that you thought was make-believe only on Game of Thrones. The direwolf.
Oh, man, I was so hoping for a dragon.
Not yet. That's next.
Do you really think that we need dragons?
I would love dragons, but yeah, go on, Kevin.
The direwolf has been extinct for 10,000 years. And the wolves were brought back from extinction using genetic edits derived from a complete direwolf genome meticulously reconstructed by Colossal from ancient DNA found in fossils dating back 11,500 and 72,000 years ago.
Whoa.
That's how long the direwolf was around. They say this marks not only a milestone for the company, but also a leap forward for science, conservation, and humanity. They say that just a regular white wolf's cells is 99.5% the same as the direwolf. So that's how they're able to do it.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
Mm-hmm. And now you can even hear what a direwolf sounds like. How about that, huh?
Pretty adorable.
Yeah.
Till they eat your face.
Right. Yeah, there's a guy that is smiling holding this direwolf. I'm like, in 5 years, that guy's going to be a snack for that thing. Little does he know. And there's a sweet little story. I don't know if you saw, but there was a dog that wound up being picked up by PBSO and renamed Taylor Swift.
Aw.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw this, and now it's going to be a service dog. Very nice little story here.
No
Okay,
way.
you might remember this now famous pup after she led troopers on a different kind of high-speed chase. That track star there was found running on the highway Monday night. She decided to show off her swift moves as Florida Highway Patrol chased after her. That canine chaos earning her the name Taylor Swift. And now Miss Swift and her impressive moves have found a forever home. The pup was brought to the Humane Society of Broward County, and then she found out she had quite a few fans, including the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office. Officers decided the pooch would be perfect for their Paws and Stripes program, which trains rescue dogs just like Taylor to become therapy dogs.
Oh, how cool is that,
I
huh?
love that. What a great
Yeah.
ending.
That is a nice little story.
And the dog's gonna start recording popular music.
This is how we do. It's the KBJ Show.